Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm your Gensenyo host, Brian, and
Today I'm here to tell you why you're wrong.
today we're going to tell the truth about TI. Now let's go. And when I say the truth, these are going to be more geared towards self and life growth for ISTPs. Today we're going to talk about the most misinterpreted function, in my humble opinion, and that would be TI. TI isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's not exactly how it's portrayed in the typology community. You know, if you look back to my video, my short on stereotypes, there's some major stereotypes in the MBTI community, typology community, whatever you want to call it. And you can count the big ones on one hand. And one of those is all TI DOMs are smart. And if you're not, on the Mensa, then you must not be a TI DOM. And the logic of TI DOMs is always flawless and perfect. And it's complete horseshit. Think of a word or a phrase that describes TI as a function. Analytical, objective, know-it-all. Yeah, you heard me. And you've heard that too. In one form or another, all of these descriptors tie back to correctness, right? That's the overarching theme of TI. And it's basically black and white thinking. On or off, yes or no, correct or incorrect. It's extremely basic. It's not anything exceptional. So essentially for a TI DOM, our TI's at the top, so our FE's at the bottom. And we have a tendency or a natural inclination to give all the credit to the TI. TI is no more correct than any other function. INTJs may now smash the like button. So the frustrating part about TI is it always wants to be right. When you're not mature yet and you haven't had enough pies thrown in your face, TI DOMs have subjective values and principles. And it's not uncommon to find that half of them are dog shit. The fact that TI prefers using logic doesn't mean it's always impeccable. It may feel that way to the user, but it's fleeting. Because in the next moment, we might discover a piece of information that can figuratively flip over the entire apple cart. TI users are as capable of changing their mind as they are being stubborn. The key ingredient is TI's functional pairing with FE. You can have all the data in the world at your fingertips, but without FE as a literal counter value, you'll always be an insensitive asshole. Not forgetting to mention, the data you derive your values from is rarely 100% perfectly objective. The world is a subjective place. A TI DOM is born believing the world is objective. And it's taken me all of my 43 years to come all the way to the other side and give in. Let go of the TI and just accept. We have to accept that the world is a subjective place. And we find that subjectivity through our interactions with others with FE. So the less you FE, the less you're going to learn about how you truly fit in the world. Bias finds its way into almost everything. Religions, politics, and even science. There are a million reasons why seemingly objective data can be false, misrepresented, or just plain counter to proper FE values. It's the latter instance that gives TI users the most trouble. Just the phrase alone is ripe with scrutiny. Proper FE values. TI goes nuts when it hears words like proper, or values, or morality, or anything that's subjective for that matter. But at the same time, it makes decisions. It makes black and white decisions even without all the information. TI is just doing black and white, and it's really easy to violate FE principles. Let me know in the comments if you're a TI Dom. Give me an example of the last time you violated an FE principle with your TI. Anytime I hear something new, my first thought is, how is that wrong? I know anybody who's not a TI Dom, when they hear something like that, it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. But it's the truth, and it's our curse. It really is our curse in a lot of ways. We offend people all the time with what we think are benign observations of a situation. So I went to the internet to try and find like-minded people to have conversations with. And that's basically where there's a fork in the road for not only TI Doms, but most people when it comes to the internet. You either fall into an echo chamber or you don't. And if you fall in, you better hope you climb out. The Wild West of the internet is full of TI Doms who fell into the echo chamber and weren't able to crawl back out because they have abandoned their FE, and basically any information they're getting in the echo chamber is just gonna keep fluffing that subjective TI. They've made all the calculations because they don't have all the information. They think they have all the information, or the information that they don't have is useless. That's where TI Doms go wrong. There's always going to be more information, and sometimes you're even going to have to defer to your FE, even when the TI says the FE is wrong. That's going to happen a lot, and it has to happen. That's kind of like what having humility is. That's how you stop getting called the know-it-all. Humility. It might be, if I could imagine any word that I've said as it relates to self-growth, more on this channel. That one. Anecdotally, TI has basically caused most of my problems as far as getting along with people or offering up a poor impression. And with FE and the 4 slot as aspirational, we don't really want that to happen. I know a lot of ISTPs are tough guys, and we like to be tough, and SE's tough, and all the good stuff, right? But we still do aspire. We do aspire to have a place in the tribe. And you're never going to get a place in the tribe if you keep telling them they're wrong about their feelings, and they're wrong about their subjective ideas that might not line up crystal clear with the TI. TI is my curse. TI is so stupid sometimes, right? You can make arguments for murder. Talking about morality to just TI alone is completely silly, right? A TI Dom can sit back and genuinely make an argument for why murder is good, or population control is good, or it's really quite terrifying. Really quite terrifying what TI is capable of when it's not harnessed to FE at all. And I don't mean, that's gonna sound, I want to qualify what I just said. That probably scares some people, but we really do have values, I promise. We're not sociopaths or psychopaths or anything like that. We don't want to hurt people when we're doing those thought exercises. But the thought exercise itself can sometimes lead down dark roads to where it appears the objective truth is something really terrible. And when I say terrible, I mean as an FE value standard that you would expect from our society. It's almost like NI is the referee between TI and FE. I'd call NI my TI FE referee. So that's the lesson for today. If you're a TI user, it's very important to learn humility and be willing to submit to your FE sometimes. You need to be careful choosing what hills to die on, because once you plant your flag, pulling it back out is ego crushing. Although this can sometimes be good, a la hero's journey type stuff, be wary. TI users are susceptible to bad ideas, whether we want to admit it or not. Thanks for hanging with me this time. I'll see you on the flip side.